Alright, what's going on? Today I'm going to be reacting to Metallica, Whiskey in the Jar. This is one of my very favorite bands, like the top of the top of my favorite bands of all time, if not my favorite band ever. I love Metallica and everything they do, but so with Whiskey in the Jar, I only really came across the song maybe about 3 years ago. I'm not sure when it even came out. I'm pretty sure it's a cover, but I really like it. It's very different than most of their songs, but what I just almost love every single thing they put out, because no matter what kind of music it is or how they sound or what they do, it just is always good. So let's get into this and see what it's about, because I've never I like this song, but I've never actually watched the music video behind it either. And for being Metallica, since they've been around for so long, this is probably one of the newer songs I've heard from them, except for their actual new music. I don't know when this came out. Let's go. Oh wow, this is actually pretty old. I didn't realize they did this cover so long ago. So right off the bat, this easily looks like the 80s. This is a very 80s looking video here. I'm not sure if this was actually shot in the 80s or if it was made to look more like that. But it definitely has not been within the last even 10 or possibly 20 years. But still one of my favorite songs to listen to. I like it because it's so different than most of the music I listen to. It's real different than most of the music they create, but it still sounds like them. Yeah, it's looks like it's gonna be an interesting video, at least just from it being older. It's even in the older aspect ratio. I mean, I grew up with TV basically looking like this through the early 2000s and the 90s, but I wasn't really expecting it to have come out this long ago, considering I only heard about it like a few years ago, which is funny. This is a very young rock star type of music video. There's not a whole lot of story. There's just girls. It's a house party. They're having a good time. That's just it seems like just something that when you're young and you get that real popularity through your music and stuff, you just want to just go crazy all the time, and it just seems like they're kind of depicting a real stereotypical rock star style party music video. That's kind of funny to see. It's so cool to see them this young, because you're used to seeing them now where they're a lot older. But I mean, I wasn't really around back then to be able to watch them when they were like this age. So it's kind of cool being able to see the music videos where they're younger and still um, living back in that time. But let's keep going. Getting a little chaotic, huh? I don't know if this is in the initial song, but what I really like about Metallica is when they're singing and James Hetfield, the lead singer, he always throws these little bits into the song where he like either he'll laugh or he'll like repeat something, give a little bit of a deep, almost demonic voice. He's like, I don't know, like that part was going, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I don't know if that's actually part of the other song, but I feel like that's something that he would add in himself. That's very to his style of singing, where he throws in little curveballs, just little things that I don't even know what it does, but I just enjoy it when in a lot of his songs where he does that like evil laugh. He goes ah, ha 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 ha. It's just stuff like that. It's not normally a part of like songs, but he adds them all the time, and he especially does it in like his live performances. It's just a cool little detail that he adds to the music that I just find really interesting. You don't see a whole lot of different artists that add things like that into their music. So finish this out here. I definitely enjoy it. Like even just there, like when he's just going, oh, just in like adding that extra little bit to the song. Again, I don't know if that's in the original, but I kind of find it hard to believe that it is, that they sang it exactly like the original. They don't tend to do that. They like to take songs, play the song, but really put the Metallica twist on it. And I love how they layer like the different sounds with the music, and he kind of throws his own echo into it. And they do all of this live too. So whenever I hear him, I'm not sure about this song, but like a lot of their other songs, when they go to play them live, they add all this stuff in. Even if it's not in the exact same way, they add all this in there, and it does sound just like they were recording it in a studio. That's one of my favorite things about certain bands, is when they're able to record a song and also perform it just as good. That's incredible to me. There's too many artists out there that, you know, they'll record a song and all the work's done on the computer and they piece it together, and then they almost can't even perform it when they go out and do a live concert. But bands like Metallica and Avenged Sevenfold, they're so good when it comes to doing live performances. They just sound really good, almost as if you're just listening to the recording from the studio. But this is why they're one of my favorite bands of all time. That's one of my favorite parts, is listening to the song where that he just went through, and he gets like real soft and kind of throws that like weird, like, I don't even know what you would call that, but from my own, like, the first thing I could think of is almost like a little, like, not a twang, not swag, not, I don't know what it is. It's almost I don't know. I just want to listen to it again. That's one of my favorite parts because it's such an odd sounding part to the song, and he just kind of like throws a different kind of emotion into it. We'll run through that real quick. So as you can see with the music video, it just progressively through the whole song got more and more chaotic. It was a very risque style video, which usually you don't see from them, but again, this looks like it was back from when they were a lot younger, probably living that like rock star style, just having those types of videos. I don't know if I've really ever seen another video like this. Usually more of their music's kind of like dark, or it's a little more oriented about darker subjects. I'm not 100% sure what this song is directly about. I think it's just a general story from an older artist had told or sung. So it's interesting that they kind of went down just like a house party vibe, but it's interesting nonetheless. So we'll finish this out. Just smashing stuff. Yeah. Alright, so that was Metallica's Whiskey in the Jar. It was a cover song. I don't know who it was initially covered by. If you know that information, you can comment that below. But yeah, this Metallica is definitely one of my favorite bands of all time. Again, like I said, if not my very favorite band. They were the ones that basically kicked off metal into the mainstream, and I don't think there's been another band even remotely as close to successful in rock as they have, especially for being as hardcore as they were. I know a lot of people get on them for like changing up their sound or selling out or whatever, but I like all the music they've come out with, so I don't really care what they did. I like it all. Obviously I like a variety. I like their heavier stuff. I like some of the softer things they do. There's also a lot of songs that tell like really important stories, and I know is super touching to certain people. It's obviously done really well for them, and I completely agree with everything they've done, so I'm not surprised they did what they did. I don't really see anything as being a sellout. All I notice from them is that they're always just making music that they enjoy, and even some of their new albums they come out, they're still really good, because like they've even said in interviews, we just make music that we would want to listen to, and that's the way you should be able to make music. You shouldn't be making the music just to sell it, and people might be thinking that, but everything that they do that comes out still sounds good, and they're still trying new things, and it is pretty obvious if you're not being ignorant about it and just being a hater. So this is one of my favorite songs by them just because it's so different. I didn't realize it came out that long ago just from the look of the video, but I just found it just recently, but it's still really cool to finally get to see the music video, and See how they kind of interpreted the song visually. It's not what I would have expected from them, but you know, I can't knock it. It's still a great song. But yeah, so that was Metallica again. If you have, I'll definitely be listening to a lot more Metallica come in the future because there's so many songs from them that I absolutely love. But if you have anything, if you have a weird Metallica song you think I might not know, because they have so much music, I obviously haven't listened to all of it, but if you think there's something, is there a weird song that they have that you really like that you think I should check out, comment that, because I would love to hear, like, a first listen to a Metallica song. It's not very often I get to do that anymore. But other than Metallica, if there's any other bands or music you think that I should listen to that I might not have heard of, or even if it's popular, if you think I should just give it a run through, I would definitely be excited to do that. But other than that, thanks for watching. Hope I catch you back around and watch another video. Thanks.